It's Matt Livingston with New Life Cine, working with the V35 project to bring you interviews here from the Northwest Lens Summit. We got Art from Arri.
Nice to meet you.
We got a little announcement in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud, but we are having a great time in Portland, showing off lenses. And how's the show going for you?
It's going great. Lots of great people, seeing some familiar faces, meeting a lot of new people, so I'm having a great time.
That's good. So what are you guys showing off this year here from the optic side of Arri?
Two things. So we've got our signature zooms, which match our signature primes, which is surprisingly hard to do. In the film days, you could get a prime and a zoom to match because film was very forgiving, but digital isn't. So we worked really hard to come out with a family of zooms that will intercut with signature primes. So that's what we're showing over here. This is our 24 to 75. It's our most popular one so far. And then over here, we have our impression filters. So
yeah, tell me more about the impression filters. I've heard a lot of really good things about those.
So the idea behind signature primes and zooms is that they work really well for HDR because that's where everything is going. And they're really great looking lenses on their own, but sometimes people want a little funkiness. What we wanted to do was be able to introduce that, but without creating the kinds of things that don't look good in HDR, like chromatic aberration, veiling glare, the things that will bring the black levels up and make everything look kind of gray in HDR. Chromatic aberration turns into neon. So these filters introduce spherical aberration. This one is a positive filter, so this is undercorrected, so this is kind of a glamorous, kind of portrait-looking filter, makes backgrounds look very dreamy. And then over here, I've got my blue wrapped lens, so I know that that's the negative. And the negative has more of a classic vintage look where you have donut bokeh in the background. And you don't get a glamorous look, but you get a little softness in faces. And they're both designed so that you can get vintage looks that won't bite you later in 10 years when you remaster at 4,000 nits or whatever the new standard is. There won't be any surprises.
That's excellent. And they just snap right on with the magnetics?
Right on, exactly. You can change them in the field. The negative lenses do require a shim. It's a standard shim, just to bring the focus back, because anytime you put glass behind the lens, you're going to change where it focuses. The positives don't require any shim at all.
Okay, so good to have some sort of experienced lens technician go ahead and put in those shims if you're going to get in that negative mode.
They could do it in 5 minutes. I could do it in 10 minutes, and I'm not very good at it. It's 8 screws. You pop off the back, put the shim on. It's one standard size for everything. So if you're going to go negative, you could do it yourself. Probably in about an hour, do 5 or 6 lenses.
Well, that's excellent. I love to hear that. Well, thank you so much for the time, Art.
Thanks for talking to me.
All right, absolutely. All right, more coming up soon. Thanks, guys.